Hi, my name is Landon Wilson, and this is my persuasive speech. Um, in the last 10 years or so, obesity within children and young teens, as well as high school dropouts and students not passing high school and not being able to go to college, has increased tremendously. Um, so, a huge part of that is if we were to take the numbers of the kids who are obese and overweight as children, as well as the numbers of kids who have dropped out of high school or failed high school, and put together how many of those kids play sports, whether in middle school, outside of school, select ball, or in high school and college, the number would be very, very few. Um, Kids typically that don't play sports seem to lack more in school, as well as in becoming obese. So really, I think that playing sports is and although I'm a baseball player and I do play sports, speaking outside of playing sports as a speculator, I believe that playing sports really helps you out in life, in school, and in the way that you work, as well as getting through high school and college. Not saying that you have to play sports to not be obese or to pass high school, but I think that it helps kids out a lot and can help you in a lot of areas. So the first thing is, I think that in high school especially, staying out of trouble is a good thing for sports. Typically when you're in sports, your time is wrapped around playing, doing that sport, practicing, preparing for it, and doing games. So you have less time to go out and do other things that could possibly get you in trouble. Another great thing is that it keeps you in shape. So along with the kids who are becoming obese, if you play football, you're running all the time. You're working out, you're staying in shape, you're keeping your body healthy, and typically you can eat unhealthy foods and still not be obese because you're maintaining the workout schedule you have, and you're pushing yourself to work harder in that sport. Um, Next thing is kids who play sports. Whether you're younger, but usually as you grow older and start to mature more, it helps you to work harder not only in that sport but in life altogether. So here at DBU, I play baseball, and I've realized that me pushing myself to work harder in this sport has allowed me to have the mindset to push myself to work harder in class as well. On top of that, in high school, um, coaches, and even now in college, coaches and school, they watch your grades, and you have to maintain a certain GPA in order to continue playing that sport. So I think if you play a sport, it helps you with your grades, because if you are passionate about that sport, you want to play and you can't fail, which makes you work harder in those classes and actually do the work instead of just slack off and not participate. Kids that don't play sports, they don't really have to maintain a certain GPA, except for to pass, and then sometimes they end up not passing. With sports, it's regulated, and the coaches watch it, and the organizations watch what your grades are to make sure that you're keeping your grades up, which helps you work harder in classes. Sports can teach you a lot. Really, if you just work hard at the sports, it doesn't only help you in that sport, it helps you with everything, like I said, with school. Playing baseball has taught me how to be very disciplined in life, be very organized, and very, have good time management, as well as being humble about what I do. Another key thing is that sports has helped me learn how to work in an environment with other people and cooperate with other people and not just focus on myself. So playing sports, in the long run, when you get to your job, if you have pushed yourself, through all the hard work that you've done for baseball, and you've learned how to, manage your time to get to practice and do the things you need to do before practice as well as after, when that comes to, your family, how you work, what kind of person you are, that really helps because you've learned those things through sports. And so, when I get to my job in the future, I'm going to know, that I have to push myself if I want to be better at that job. And I'm going to have to, be disciplined in how I manage my time with that job, as well as being able to work with those that work with me also, and learn how to cooperate with them, and not just be focused on myself. Basically, kind of like teamwork now in sports. You kind of have that same environment in a work area. You got to be able to work with other people, and so really not saying at all that sports is if you don't play sports, then you're not going to make it in the future. But I think that sports will really help you out in the long run, because there are so many things that you can learn from it, mentally and physically, that will help you out in the future, with your family, your job, just what kind of man you are, what kind of person you are. And it's really good for you, for your body, and it'll keep you in shape. And so that's my persuasive speech. Thank you.